Hey guys, how you doing? Morning, all you amazing people out there. Wanted to take this minute, shoot a video about fear of failure specifically, but fears in general. So, fear of failure, as an example, I've had people over the past couple of weeks ask me, this fear of failure I have is keeping me from moving forward. Kind of what do I do to circumvent that or kind of minimize it so that I can actually move forward in what I'm doing. And I've been looking at it and talking to them about it, and really, if you break it down, if you look at it, fear by definition is a lack of success. So you have a fear of having no success and it's keeping you from moving forward. By definition, you're living out your fear. And so really looking at it, fears are like an onion basically. If on the surface you have this thing and it stinks kind of, it just smells a little bit, and say that's your fear of failure. But really, the thing I've been talking about over my past couple videos, and really what I've been focusing on, and what's really helped me, is self-awareness. And really digging down deep and saying, okay, this is my fear, but is there more to it? Is there additional layers? What is motivating it? What is doing this? So as you start getting into that, you start peeling the layers of the onion back, and I'll get the light out of my out of my video. You start peeling those layers back and it starts stinking a little bit more. And you realize, okay, well, if it's a fear of failure and I'm already technically failing because I don't have success in my own eyes, then what is it? It's a fear of perceived loss, a fear of being judged, a fear of being rejected, a fear of putting effort in and not getting the results you're wanting. And if you look at it, Gary Vaynerchuk has a great definition of success. He talks a lot, and if you haven't seen him, definitely recommend going and seeing his videos. He's a great motivational speaker, gigantic entrepreneur, hustles every day, 16 hours a day. He says there's only two things really that define his success and what he measures other people by. And he's like, if you're happy and if you don't complain. Because he says, you could be playing video games 20 hours a day, but don't complain that you're not having business success. And he says on the other side, he works 18 hours a day, but he doesn't complain about not seeing his family enough. He doesn't complain about not having those things that come on the other side. And if you look at it that way, Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Big Magic, which another book I highly recommend, she talks about it. When you find your passion and you find what you love to do, you won't complain because she says, you'll enjoy eating that shit sandwich. Everything anybody does in life, there is a shit sandwich that you have to eat in order to make it happen. And you can either find what you love and find what really aligns with your passion, or you cannot. And if you find what really aligns with your passion, you're gonna enjoy that I guess the grind, the junk work, the stuff that you don't necessarily really want to do, but you know it needs to be done to get your version of success. So you go ahead and do it. And you don't complain about it because you just know it needs to be done and you know that it's part of your journey. And so success, looking at it, fear of failure as a lack of success, I would ask, do these three things. Like I mentioned before, self-awareness. Really look at it. What are you afraid of losing? What are you afraid of having to do in order to get to be successful or to be successful? Because it's not a matter of, oh, well, I'll be successful when I have a house, or a big house, or I have a bunch of money, or, I can go on these trips, or I'm talking in front of stage, or on a stage, to thousands of people and helping everybody. That's down the line, and that's a result. What actions are making you successful? There's a saying in personal development and just in life and business, success is a lonely road. And that's true. My definition of success is going to be different than yours. So the only thing that you can hold on to is your definition of success. If you're having trouble and you're creating this fear, you're bringing that fear into your present. Fear is a man-made construct. It was used originally to keep us safe and protected. But we were only born with two fears. We were born with the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. That's it. Everything else has been learned. And so what we do is we use those fears to keep us safe and keep us surviving. Well, that's our mind. And that's us bringing stuff from the future into our present, and you get anxiety and you feel your body tense up and you get nervous and you start sweating. That's a fear. You have to be self-aware and realize when it's happening, and then program your mind to say, okay, this isn't real. This is false evidence appearing real from my future. I'm bringing into my present. What can I do right now? That's the second thing. So awareness, and then what can I do right now that will get me closer to my version of success? So that's it. That's the two. And then the third thing is just execute it. Just do that one thing and let future you handle the stuff in the future. Because you're trying to predict the future and you're trying to be, God or your higher power or whatever it is. You're trying to project that. And you're trying to know everything. And you're trying to be a fortune teller. There's 9 million billion possibilities that could happen from that one decision. Sorry, I dropped my headsets. So, if we worry about all the decisions we have to make in the future, not saying don't plan. That's a completely different animal. But, use that Stockdale paradox that they use in the book Good to Great. Have faith that everything is going to work out for the best. And that light. Everything is going to work out for the best in the future. But face the stark reality now. Make those decisions and take those actions now. Because you can't take actions in the future if the first step isn't even taken. So that's it, guys. Take a look at yourself. Really take a look at yourself. Know what's motivating you. Know what's causing that fear. What you're afraid of. To find that success, and then take that action. What action can I take right now that would get me closer to that success, and then take it. So that's it, guys. Have a good week. I'll talk to you later.